Hey everyone, today I'm going to teach you how you can accomplish your goals. Alright everyone, this right here is the chart that I want you guys to use in regards to achieving what you guys want to achieve. So I want to start with the title here. It's called You versus You. And I like that because in a way, the only person you're competing against is yourself. And it prevents you from comparing yourself against others. And you just start focusing on yourself and how you can improve yourself. And that's ultimately what peak fitness is you want to push yourself repeatedly to the highest that you can possibly be. So I want to start with habits first, because ultimately habits are what define who we are and how we do things. It also will really help us over here in accomplishing what we want to accomplish every single day. So I'm going to start here with the habits. You want to list some hard ones and some easy ones, because those easy ones will help you feel more accomplished because you'll be keeping track of them. And those hard ones will keep you motivated to keep after it. And you want to use it over a 120-day cycle. I'll explain that a little later, but let's just start listing off some habits so then you guys have a good idea of what habits look like and how you want to set them. So my first one is to work out. You want to work out every single day. That's just for me. You guys can set it how you want to be, but this second one shows that why you want to have an easy one. This next one for me is make my bed. Really easy, right? Like everyone else pretty much does that over and over again, but you just want to continually make your bed, and you're going to keep track of it over here with the current streak. So I'm going to kind of just finish this list real quick right here, so it might cut out. But I'm going to get, my habits written down, and I'll be right back with you guys. So now I have finished the list, as you can tell here. I have working out, make my bed, a cold shower. I'll probably do a video on that in the future. 30 minutes of learning. I want to learn, just for 30 minutes every day. I want to learn something new. And then I want to be up before 7 a.m. And then clothes picked out for the next day. And then 20-minute nap. Call and talk to someone new. That really benefits our social health. And then stop. That is a little acronym for me, and it's pretty much to stop a bad habit that you have. Maybe it's getting off your phone. That's what I'm doing a little more. And yeah, things like that. You want to stop bad habits. And then next one's the plan next day list. You want to have that one on. I know I said you want to, choose 15 habits that are unique to you, but I would recommend having the plan the next day list on. So then you make this a habit as you go out throughout your life. And yeah, just have that one on as well. And then 3 things I'm grateful for, I'll throw that on. And then in bed before 9 p.m., I know, early bedtime. And then no phone 1 hour before bed. It's kind of, playing off each other. And then have all 3 meals. Again, there's that easy one, like make my bed. So then I feel like I've actually accomplished something. And then meditate. It really just helps you become, at peace at night and really relaxes you. So as you can see, I have 15 habits that you want to write down. Only do 15. I won't do any more because then you're just overwhelming yourself. So I'm going to get an orange marker here. And I have a streak right now. I just went on vacation, so don't flame me in the comments. They are a little low right now, and that's why some of these are a little low. But it's okay, and we want to improve it. That's the whole point of this. So for working out, this says current streak. You want to keep track of it, so every time you complete it, raise the number. So right now for working out, I'm at 10. And then making my bed, I'm also at 10 days in a row. But unfortunately, cold shower, I'm only at 4 days, right? Sunday I took that warm shower, and it was totally worth it. And then learning, yesterday I just totally spaced it. I was doing something else. 1. So I'm just gonna, you just kind of keep doing the same thing as you go down. Like before 7 a.m. I was up way late, so 0 right there. My clothes picked out. I'm actually doing pretty well with this one. I thought I wasn't gonna do too hot. And then you just go down the list. You want to keep track. But let's say 20-minute nap. I just took my 20-minute nap, and I just, I'm rejuvenated. It would be, let's say it was at 3. I'd be like, nope, it's not at 3 anymore. It's at 4. That's what you want to do, just over and over. And, I'll fill out this list and we'll just cut back in. But you want to fill this out, and then right here is what we're going to talk about next, is your score. You want to keep track of a score at the end of your week. So at the end of the day, you're going to notice what you did. You're going to look and you say, oh, I can raise that, I can raise that, I can raise that. And you raise all these things and you say, oh, I made, let's say, you got 15 points off that. So that's your current week score. And we'll get over here in a second, but this is your previous week score right here, and your all-time best, because we're trying to always improve. You know how I am. But you just want to keep track of your streak, and at the end of the day, you'll get points for that. And then over here, you'll also get points for that. And I think that's the next thing we'll dive into. So one more thing on habits before I dive over to this side over here. Up here, it says 120-day cycle. So let's say you're really good and you just keep, developing this habit. And let's say making my bed, that's probably the most likely one to hit 120 first. Let's say that hits 120, and I think at that point, it's safe to say that it is part of your lifestyle and you're not gonna forget it. So you would get rid of it and you would add a new habit that you wanna incorporate into your lifestyle. And you just incorporate it and then start from zero, same thing, and you get points. Just all of that fun stuff right there. So let's get over to this side over here. So I have 3 sections here, as you can notice. We have today, so today is Thursday, July 15th. So I just wrote the date at the top, and then there's some bullet points here. I also have here weekly goals, and then July goals. So I think we're all aware, and we've all heard that famous saying of write down your goals that you want to achieve. And I think we've all actually done it. I don't think people give us the benefit of the doubt. But I think what really is the issue here and why we don't accomplish our goals is we don't break it down enough. Like, how are we actually going to achieve it? So honestly, when I fill out at the beginning of the month, you want to remember those goals that you want to achieve, and you're going to fill them out for the month. So like, what do you want to accomplish this month? And then you're going to look at those monthly goals and say, all right, what can I do this week to get to my monthly goals? And then just so on and so on. And then you'll get to today. And you'll write down, say, what can I do today to accomplish these weekly goals? And it just really breaks it down and helps you have a clearer vision of what you want to achieve. So an excellent example, let's say, I know this is a little, but I want to, for my July goals, one of them that I have down, is I want to have $1,000 cash, right? Everyone loves money, but I have 1,000, that's something I want to do. So the question is how would I break it down, right? So for monthly goals, for my weekly goals, I would say, all right, let's break it down. Let's make $200, right? Like, that's really simple. That's what? There's 5 weeks, 4 weeks. So it's still a higher goal. Like, I'm still pushing myself, but I've broken it down and say, oh, I can make $200 in a week, right? And then you even break it down further to what you want to do today. So every night when I plan my next day, because I feel like that's easier for me to do, I break down what I want to accomplish that day. So I currently have a window washing business, and how I'm going to get $200 this week, I am going to get 2 clients. And that's how I'm going to do it. See, we've broken it down the steps. So I want to have $1,000 cash. And then I'm like, all right, let's break it down to what I want this week. I'm going to make $200. Then break it down even further and say, how am I going to make that $200? Well, I'm going to get 2 clients and I'm going to wash their windows. And that's how I really break it down and get a better understanding. So I'll kind of fill this all out, and we'll get one last final detail of how, scoring system and all that works, crossing out, and kind of the benefits of doing this style. And then I'll wrap it all up, give a nice summary, and we'll be right back. All right, so as you can see here, guys, I've finished my list. So I'm just going to hurry and go through them real quick just because I feel like I owe it to you guys. So, I have the $1,000 cash for my monthly goal. I have 1,000 downloads on my podcast, The Intelligent Conversations. You guys can go check it out. I'll probably drop a link somewhere here in the bio or just on this video. And buy a car, all-time best over 100. I'll get into the scoring system. That'll make sense in a second. I want my stop streak over here for my habit to be 15. I have 16 days left, so I'm gonna have nothing but perfection, right? And then the last one, I want to finish real estate school. I'm in that right now and learning the ropes of that. But as you can see, my weekly goals have been broken down so then I can try and achieve those specific things. So I've already done the make $200, but there's also a finish one audiobook. I mean, that helps with the 30 minutes of learning. That's just something I have every single week, just so then I can get that confidence boost so then I can keep going at it. Also, a launch YouTube venture. We'll probably be able to cross that off if you're watching this now because I've launched it. This is our first video, and I hope you guys like it. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. First video, hope it's good. And then finish 15 hours of real estate school. So you'll see that it's starting to get into my monthly habits. So I want to finish real estate school. So I've broken it down. I need to do 15 hours of real estate school this week. And that's not too bad. So I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. I could totally do that, right? And then 500 downloads on my podcast. I'm actually doing pretty well with the podcast right now. I'm gonna try and aim for 1,000 now. So 500 is definitely reasonable for this week. And then we'll try and again, we'll hit probably like 750, and then we'll go again and try and hit 1,000 and get that goal that I have. And then 60 followers on Instagram. We do have an Instagram page. I'll probably drop that as well here. It's oneyoung_fitness. We have great videos like this in regards to, all aspects of our health and kind of our mission here. And then we're gonna go to today. So this is, I guess we're gonna trade out markers real quick here. But so I have to get 2 clients and then 2 hours of real estate school. That's manageable, right? 2 hours, that's nothing crazy. Then I do have a meeting with this guy named David in regards to my podcast and how I can get it in front of more people. So that should be very exciting. I look forward to that. I also do have a create window washing ad so then more people know. And I also could get that $200 and $1,000 goal as well. And then right here, film, edit, post YouTube video. I'm filming it right now, and I'm gonna edit and post it today probably. So what you're gonna do is cross that out. I've also, on the next one, I've done 10 comments on each of my social. It gets me more engagement in my audiences, and more people are excited to see my stuff, and it gets me on those For You pages. So I can also cross that off as well, because I've already done that before I began filming this. So you see I have 2 things finished here. Transportation costs, places to live down south. That's 2 things that I just need to get done today. And transportation costs kind of relates to buy a car. So you see, you want to have these goals relate with how you want to achieve just your overall dreams. So that's how your monthly, and then break it down to weekly, and then daily. And then each day, that's why I said to make plan next day list a priority as part of your habit, because then you'll be able to look at these every single day and then try and come up with creative ways to achieve that. As you can see, I have some pretty creative ways of doing it. And that's what you want to kind of try and achieve. So as you can see, I just crossed off 2 of those wonderful things. So right here, we have current week score is at 39. So believe it or not, it's now at 41. I'm at 41 points for this week. So I'm on track to hit probably, there's 3 more days left in this week. So I'm on track if I get these habits that I do in the night, if I get those habits completed as well, I'm on track to hit roughly 75 to 80. So that would be better than my all-time best. I'm actually on track to do that. So that's a great thing to hear. I'm currently, my all-time best is 71. And then my previous week score, I didn't do too hot. Like I said, I just was coming off vacation and stuff. So I'm at 63 points from last week. And I'm definitely going to beat that. So the reason for these 2 scores is if you have a bad week like I did last week, it gives you more motivation this week to beat that score. Let's say you had a good previous week and you're close to your all-time best. It gives you that motivation, so then you're like, oh, I can totally do it. I can totally get that all-time best. And you see, I also have the goal for July to have my all-time best at over 100. So 100 or more. And that's a pretty far goal, right? sometimes you need to stretch yourself. You don't want to set these boundaries that you know are easy, because let's say, just like making my bed, for example, let's say you don't get that. It's going to totally just wreck you if you don't get those easy goals. You want to kind of set some goals that are very easy that you know you'll get. You also want to set some that stretch you a bit. So like this one especially, look, I've only completed 2 things today. I know that I'll have my meeting with David, and I'm looking forward to that meeting, and it'll be great. But the thing is I know I'll cross that off. But let's say he cancels all of a sudden. I'll be devastated, right? But I focused at one thing at a time, and I got this done and this done. I only got 2 things done, but it will continually satisfy that need for a sense of accomplishment. And that's kind of the benefits of this little format that I have for you guys. You want to really break down what you guys have set for you. And you remember, your habits are what define you. You want to have good habits, because ultimately these habits play into your daily goals as well. And even just like right here, I say I want my stop streak to be at least 15, especially since this one relates to breaking a bad habit. It really just puts a bigger perspective on things and breaks it down, so then it makes it seem like it's actually manageable and you can achieve it. And that's what we want here at Young Fitness. So it's been a great first video, and be sure to hit that like button. It's been great. Let me know if this program works for you guys. It's free of charge. Don't worry about anything I'm giving to you guys just to learn. You can modify it to make it work to your basic needs. And I wanna see what creative ways you guys come up with. So be sure in the comments to let me know what you came up with. Send pics. I love to hear success stories from other people. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I look forward to the next video that I have for you guys. See you in a bit.